Hi guys, Smithical here, welcome to the 10th round of the XRL Formula C League, and today I'm at Monaco. And last round at Zolder, I've got to be honest, it was a very dreadful race. I finished 5th in the end. I was 2nd for most of the race, but really mistakes meant that Jerome was able to close up and eventually get 2nd place because I had to pit because I didn't save enough fuel, which was very, again, similar to the story in Silverstone, but hopefully I can get a good result here, although I've got to be honest, top three's pace today is really good. Davy G, Jerome and GSY Davis, so I've got to really up the pace. Hopefully I can match their pace, but we'll see anyway. Into qualifying now, exiting turn 1, which is Saint Devot, gear 2 or 3 I believe, but anyway, heading through Beau Rivage, then Massenet and Casino now. Massenet, turn 3, gear 4, now shift down to gear 3, which is Casino. Now heading down to Mirabeau, turn 5, very tight, try and hug the curb, turn gear 2, then the Lowe's hairpin, gear 1, very tight, you're only going about 20 miles an hour there as you saw. Now I believe this turn 7, and then exiting turn 7, so which is the tunnel now, in the tunnel, and now heading down to the Nouvelle chicane, which very tricky, especially on the brakes, you know, very tight, decent exit. So heading into Tabac, turn 12, and then the chicane here, very tricky. Now this part as well, you got to really get close to the barriers. I mean, the key to Monaco is if you can get close to the barriers, you're going to get a good lap time, but you've got to be really brave and confident around this track to get a good lap time. But anyway, heading towards the line now, and gonna do a 25.7. Felt like a decent lap. It was actually my PB, so better, even as good as I did in practice, so that was good. But 5 tenths off Davey in 3rd, and as I said at the start, the top three's pace, I think it was Jerome pole and then Davy G in 2nd, so Jerome did a 24, I think, 0.9, so that was a very good lap time. Anyway, on to the race, and I get a better start than Davy G. I had to back off a little bit, which is going to cost me 4th place to Schroiolo. So heading into turn 1, obviously just trying to avoid contact. You don't want to make any contact at the start because it's going to cause a massive pile up. So heading through turn 2 and then turn 3 Massenet. So just trying to get as close as to Schroiolo as possible. If you make a mistake, I lift off the throttle a little bit because obviously I don't really want to make a move on him because it's so tight around this circuit. But anyway, heading into Lowe's hairpin. He cuts the hairpin a little bit, but anyway, now heading into turn 7. Nearly scraped the wall there with the left front wheel, but thankfully got away with that. So now heading down towards the Nouvelle chicane. Brake after the 100 metre board. This is very tricky. I mean, I always struggle with this on any game I play on Monaco. I always struggle with the Nouvelle chicane, one of my weak points on this track. Anyway, heading into turn 15, and then he's got a slowdown penalty, so up into 4th place, back into 4th place, and I believe Davey's about 2 seconds up the road. Is that 2 seconds? So I can't really see, but he's got a really big gap. But Davey in lap 13's pitted, so I'm up into 3rd place, but it's going to be very tricky to keep hold of it because they actually pulled away quite a lot. I mean, I think Jerome pitted and he pulled away by about 9 tenths a lap, so it just shows the pace compared to mine. He's massive. Scraped the wall there on lap 18, but anyway, exiting the last turn now. Davy G's, sorry, not Davy G, GSY Davies closed up on me quite a lot, and he's going to have a move up the inside, and good move there from GSY Davy, and he got the job done there. But on lap 25 you'll see 2 mistakes I made. It was actually a decent race for me. I was very consistent, didn't really make any mistakes, and then these 2 crept in. But the reason I'll show this is because you'll see, skipping onto the last lap, I was gaining on Davey quite a lot, and I don't know if he made a mistake. He hit the wall. I'm sure I saw him hit the wall on a lap that hasn't been shown, but I think he had damage, because I don't know why he weren't pulling away. I was actually kept decent pace with him, and you'll see now on this lap I'm actually gaining on Davey, which don't make sense, but you know, I just presumed at this time he had damage because I was closing up on him rapidly, and at this moment I was actually thinking, oh, I can get him here if I just put the lap together. So I'm just trying to pull it together, trying to go as fast as I can. As you see there, a bit of damage on the road, so that's really got my hopes up, because I'm feeling, oh, you know, he's got some damage, so I'm optimistic of catching him, but it's going to be very tight. I think he might just run out of time, but see how I get on, as I think Jerome's won the race. But anyway, into the back now, closing in about 2.3, but you can see him there in the distance, but it looks like it's going to be too late, and heading to Rascasse. And yeah, you can see him just ahead. I've closed on him quite a lot, but just too late. I don't know if he backed off, but I believe he had damage there, which is pretty unfortunate, and that's why I showed the lap 25 part, because I think that cost me about 2 seconds, and I finished about 1.7 seconds behind Davey. So I know it's ifs and buts, but I could have had him, and that's you know, 3 more points if I'd have finished third. But anyway, it's a decent result. But I think now about 3-week break to the next race, so I won't I'm gonna have hopefully a good 3-week break, and be prepared for the next race. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching, and goodbye.